Hello there, and welcome to the Long Kong English Channel, episode 14 for the 21st of February, 2024, and the topic, reading. All right, we're just going to get started with some discussion of reading, and especially I'm going to talk about word families. As always, you have some extra reading, and this week the reading is about reading. For now, just enjoy the show. You can read that later. Reading is one of the best things you can do to improve your English, especially when you read things that are easy for you. It's okay if you don't understand everything. When you read, you can miss about 5% of the words and still understand. And when you understand 95%, you can even learn those new words that you didn't know before. In your reading are some links to some free reading you can do at your level. On the left, the first link is for adapted English books, and these books have been changed or adapted to be easier. You can find books at any level, beginner, all the way up to native level, which they call original. There are lots of famous novels available here, even Harry Potter. I don't know how they do it, but you can read Harry Potter there. The second website is Simple English News. And on this website, you can read and listen to news stories that have been made a little bit easier. You see, this one is just 39 seconds. It's very short. And when you read, any difficult words can be learned by looking at the bottom of the article. The final website I included was News in Levels. On this website, you can read and listen to the same news article at different levels. Higher levels are a little bit longer and have more difficult vocabulary. So you could start with a level 2 or 3, and if you don't understand, just try again at a lower level. These news stories are short, which means you can get a little practice every day. Just 30 seconds, 1 minute. Reading something easy and fun every day is good practice, but it's also important that you increase your vocabulary. To be at native level, like me, you need to know at least 20,000 word families, but usually a lot more. However, 90% of English is just around 3,000 word families. If you know these 3,000 words, you can do a lot. However, all of these words are just one word family. So you have to know 3,000 of these families. If you know the middle word here, like take, you probably know what it means when you add different parts to it. Maybe intake, maybe uptake, taking, takes. You know all of those words if you know take. In your reading, I try to keep the extra reading at a lower level. Last week, if you knew the 2,000 most popular words, you knew about 90% of the reading. Only some of the words were difficult, like poster. The hardest word was meme, but I think a lot of students already know that. So remember, reading something that's too easy is okay. It still helps you. And if reading feels a little too hard, perhaps learning more word families can help you. And if you want to learn more word families, just read more. This has been a little discussion about reading, and especially word families.
And now,
Real talk.
That's right, it's time for Real Talk, and this week I have some idioms about reading. The first is read my lips. This is something people say when they want people to pay close attention. So the next thing they say will be very important. An example, a student might ask their father, "Dad, can I stay out all night with my friends?" Dad will say, You can go out, but read my lips. You must be home by 11. When the dad says read my lips, it means he is serious. If this kid is not home by 11, dad will be angry. My next idiom is to have one's nose in a book. And this means to always be reading. An example, this girl always has her nose in a book. I think she reads a book a week. My last example is to hit the books. And this just means to study a lot. For example, you might say, my history marks were so low. I need to hit the books. It means I need to study a lot. I added this one because in English there are a lot of hits. For example, hit the sack or hit the hay means to sleep. Hit the bricks or hit the road means to leave. Hit the gym means go to the gym and exercise. And hit the spot, you say that when something was exactly what you wanted. Here, SpongeBob ate some ice cream. The ice cream was so good, he said that ice cream hit the spot. I hope you found these 3 idioms useful. Today we had read my lips, to have your nose in a book, and hit the books, along with other hits. This has been
Real talk.
And finally, it's time for the weekly mission. This is your chance to participate. Maybe you'll win a prize. Remember, write your information on the front, name and class, cut off the bottom of your worksheet, and write an answer on the back. You can place it in my box on the 2nd floor. And students who share correct answers by 4:30 on Friday will be part of a lucky draw. Hopefully this topic is easy. I just want to know, what is the best book you have ever read? You can tell me anything about the book. Who wrote it? What is it about? Why do you like it? If it's a Chinese book, that's okay. Maybe just translate the title into English. For me, my favorite book is Cat's Cradle. Why do I like it? It's interesting, it's funny. I have read it 2 times, and each time I read it without stopping. It's 300 pages, and even when I knew what the book is about, I couldn't stop reading. It was so interesting to me. Anyway, that's my favorite book. I want to know, what is the best book you have ever read? And now it's time for the Winner's Circle. We're going to see who the winners were last week. The winners last week were, in the junior form, Gigi from 3D, that's number 7. From the senior form, we had Calvin from 4C, number 32, apparently. From Flip, again, Thomas, wait, what's that? It looks like we have a new contestant for the Flip. So, sorry, Thomas, not this week. Your streak is over. Our new winner is Ian from 3A, number 29. Thomas, you did a great job for all those weeks, but now Ian is competing. And finally, my favorite one, that came from Bella from 3D. She had kind of almost like a poem. So I really appreciated that one, Bella. Nice work. For all those winners, please try to find me in the English room. That's 111 after school today or sometime soon to claim your prize. Thank you to all who tried this week. That's all for this week's episode. Thanks for watching.